You are 8 years old. You are a Serbian boy, playing near the church. Mother is baking bread. Father is in the field. An ordinary morning. Then you hear drums. A Turkish detachment enters the village, just Devshirme. Blood tax. Every 3 years they come to take the best boys. Your mother grabs you. Father runs with a pitchfork. Futile. An Ottoman official with papyrus checks lists. He looks at you. Healthy? Yes. Smart? Yes. Any brothers? Yes. Perfect. Father tries to pay a bribe. They smash his face with a rifle butt. Mother screams. They drag her away. The priest stays silent, one sound, and they'll burn the church. You are tied with 12 other boys. A chain, long, cold. March to Istanbul, 800 kilometers on foot. You look back. The village is burning. There is no way back. Your name is Stefan. For 1 more week. Then you will become someone else. 2 boys don't make it. 1 dies from illness. Another escapes. They catch him, beat him half to death in front of the others. Lesson: escape equals death. You see the father of one of the boys. He runs after the column for weeks, begs to see his son. A guard spits in his face. The father falls to his knees, cries, disappears beyond the horizon. First night without family. You don't cry. The tears ran out after the 3rd day. Now only emptiness. Istanbul. A city larger than your imagination. Topkapi Palace. Golden domes, marble fountains. Your prison looks like paradise. The ritual of death. They lead you to a room. A knife lies there. Circumcision without anesthesia. You scream. They cover your mouth. Endure, boy. Now you will die. A new one will be born. They force you to repeat the Shahada. There is no God but Allah. You refuse. They beat you. 3 days without food. You break. The words come out of your mouth like vomit. You betrayed Christ. For the first time, not the last time. Your name, Stefan, is dead. Now you are called Mehmet. The Christian died. A slave of the Sultan was born. First year. Selection. The smartest are sent to Enderun, the palace school for future viziers. You're not that smart, or not that lucky. They send you to Anatolia, a Turkish family. They don't love you, but they feed you. Your job: learn the language, forget the past, work in the field. For 3 years you play the role of a normal boy, but at night you remember mother, father, the church. You pray to Christ under the blanket, in a whisper. If they hear, death. At 12 you return to Istanbul, Arquebus Barracks, novices. Here's your second birth. The first was painful. This will be deadly. Your instructor, a former Janissary without an eye. He lost it at the siege of Belgrade. His fist is your alarm clock. If you don't get up before dawn, 20 strikes with a stick. 4 in the morning, wake up prayer. 5, 10-kilometer run with a stone on your shoulders. 7, breakfast, bread, olives, water. 8, hand-to-hand combat until loss of consciousness. Noon, lunch, rice, vegetables, rarely meat. 1 in the afternoon, archery, 300 shots per day. 4, weapons training, saber, dagger, arquebus. 6, evening prayer. 7, lectures on the glory of the Sultan and Allah. 9, lights out on wooden bunks. Forbidden to marry. Forbidden to have a beard. Only mustaches. Forbidden to drink, but everyone drinks in secret. Forbidden to engage in crafts, but later everyone violates this. Your life belongs to the Sultan. Your money, to the Sultan. Your death, to the Sultan. Your comrade Yusuf, a former Greek named Dimitris, tries to escape. They catch him. Don't beat him. Don't execute him. Something worse. They put him in the middle of the parade ground. Everyone is forced to watch. An officer loudly reads the verdict. Betrayal of the Sultan equals betrayal of Allah. They cut off his right hand. With his left, he must continue to serve. Yusuf screams for 3 hours, then loses consciousness. No one helps him. Lesson: escape is worse than death. He dies from gangrene a week later. His body is thrown to the dogs. No burial. Traitors aren't buried. Your weapons: Yatagan, curved sword for chopping in close quarters. Arquebus, matchlock rifle, accuracy 50 meters. Dagger, last hope when everything else is broken. Shield, wood with metal, light but fragile. They teach you not fencing but murder. Fast, dirty, efficient. First exam: execution of a prisoner. They bring a Hungarian soldier, tied up. He prays in his language. You don't understand the words, but the tone is familiar. He prays the same way your father prayed. They give you a Yatagan. Order: cut off the head. You tremble. The instructor shouts, "This is Allah's enemy." But you see your father's face, a strike, unsuccessful. The head didn't fly off, the Hungarian screams. You strike again and again, 3 times. Finally silence. Your hands are in blood. You vomit. Others laugh. The instructor spits. Weakling, but you'll learn. He was right. In a year, you'll kill a person with 1 strike. Without trembling, without vomiting, without thoughts. You are 21. You are a Janissary. Order 34, your unit. 100 men, your family, the only one. Sultan Mehmet II has a dream: to capture Constantinople, capital of Byzantium, the last fragment of Rome. A city with triple walls that has stood for 1,000 years. You march with an 80,000 army. Before you, a fleet of 300 ships. Your task: break the unbreakable. The siege begins April 6th, 1453. First 2 weeks, bombardment with cannons. New weapon, Basilica, a mega cannon that fires projectiles of 600 kilograms. The sound is deafening. The earth shakes. But the walls hold. The Byzantines repair them every night. Mehmet II rages. May 29th, 1453, final assault. They wake you at 1:30 in the morning. Prayer. Last meal. Many won't finish eating. First wave, Bashi bazooks, irregular troops, mercenaries, volunteers, madmen. They're driven at the walls like meat. The Byzantines shoot them down like ducks. Mountains of corpses under the walls. Second wave, Anatolian infantry, better armed, but still die by the thousands. Third wave, you, Janissaries, elite. Your commander shouts, "Allahu Akbar." The first on the wall gets 1,000 gold. A lie. The first on the wall gets an arrow in the eye. You run. The ladder sways. Under you 200 corpses. Above you pours boiling oil, arrows fly, stones fall. The comrade on the left gets an arrow in the throat. He falls, dragging 3 with him. You cling to the ladder with 1 hand. Breakthrough. Someone found a small gate. Kirkaporta forgot to close it. Accident or betrayal? History doesn't know. But Janissaries pour inside. You crash into a Byzantine soldier. He's old, exhausted, his sword trembles, your Yatagan doesn't. 1 strike, he falls. You don't feel pride, only fatigue. The city burns. Women scream. Children hide in churches. Mehmet II promised 3 days of plunder. The army goes mad. You see a comrade dragging a girl by the hair. She screams, "Ellison, Ellison!" Lord have mercy. In Greek. A language you understand but must not remember, you turn away. Your job: find treasures for the Sultan. Personal enrichment equals death penalty. Hagia Sophia, the largest church in the world. Inside, thousands of people pray for a miracle. The miracle doesn't come. Janissaries enter. Priests and gold investments, they're slaughtered. Icons broken, gold taken, people turned into slaves. You stand under the dome. Once your people prayed here. Now there will be a mosque here. Constantinople is dead. Istanbul was born. Byzantium fell. 1,000-year empire ended. You helped kill it. The Sultan calls you heroes. You feel emptiness. 30 years have passed. You're over 50. You're a veteran. Scars on face, arms, back. Each scar, a story. Sultan Suleiman the Magnificent leads you to Hungary. King Louis II gathered 25,000 warriors. You have 100,000. August 29th, 1526. Mohács, a plain. Perfect field for Ottoman tactics. The Hungarians attack first. Heavy cavalry, knights in armor. They look like iron gods. But gods burn. Ottoman artillery opens fire. 300 cannons simultaneously. Hungarian ranks are torn to pieces. Horses without riders run in panic. Your orda stands in the center, motionless. This is tactics. Temptation. Your bait. They think you're weak. Hungarians crash into your ranks. Mistake. Sipahi cavalry attack from the flanks. The pincers close. Complete encirclement. The slaughter lasts 90 minutes. Then silence. 15,000 plus Hungarians dead. King Louis drowns in a swamp, fleeing. Hungary destroyed. The road to Vienna open. But you see something is wrong. There are more Janissaries. Too many. Discipline weakens. Many recruits bought positions through bribes. Before you were elite. Now you're one of 100,000. Inflation of warriors. 1566. The Sultan allows Janissaries to marry. This is the beginning of the end. Now you have families, children. You think not about glory, but about salary. Janissaries become a corporation. You demand salary increases. You riot if they don't pay. You kill sultans you don't like. 1622. Janissaries kill Sultan Osman II. He wanted to reform them. They strangled him with a silk rope. Sultan's blood cannot be spilled. You're already old. You see the core rotting from within. New Janissaries didn't go through Devshirme. They bought positions. They're Turks, not slaves. They're weak. Discipline is dead. The young don't know how to shoot. They drink in the barracks. They engage in trade instead of training. 1683. Second Siege of Vienna. Last chance. Janissaries attack. But you're no longer the same. Polish cavalry crushes you. Shameful retreat. The Ottoman Empire begins to die. Your grandchildren, illegitimate but everyone knows, are also Janissaries. They've never seen real war. They're soft. They're fat. Sultans fear you more than enemies. You're a state within a state. You're uncontrollable. You're the cancer of the empire.
Soldiers, a new
June
army
15th,
for a new age.
1826. Sultan Mahmud II announces the creation of a new army, Sekban-Echetid, based on the European model. Janissaries go mad. We defended this empire for 400 years. Now they're throwing us out? You overturn the cauldron, symbol of rebellion. You march to Topkapi Palace. 10,000 plus Janissaries. You think the Sultan will be scared. Mistake. Mahmud II brings out the sacred banner of Prophet Muhammad from the holy treasury. He calls all the faithful against the Janissary rebels. Suddenly, the whole capital is against you. The residents of Istanbul have hated the Janissaries for years. You robbed, killed, terrorized. Mahmud II gives the order to artillery. Fire. Cannons fire at the Maiden Barracks. Direct targeting. Wooden buildings explode. 4,000 plus Janissaries burn alive. You run. Old, but still alive. The streets of Istanbul are turned into a slaughterhouse. Residents kill Janissaries with axes, knives, stones. They catch you. You don't ask for mercy. They drag you to the fort in Salonika, Bloody Tower. There they execute 100+ captured Janissaries. Decapitation, slow, public. Heads are stacked in a pyramid. Your turn. The executioner approaches. You remember the village. Mother, father, the church, the name Stefan. The last thing you see? Turkish sky. As blue as the Serbian one. There's no difference. The last thing you think. I was the best soldier of the empire that stole me. The Janissary core completely destroyed. 300+ years of tradition burned in one night. Historians will call this Vaka-i Hyria, the auspicious incident. For the empire, it's salvation. For you, the end. The Bloody Tower still stands. Now it's white. Paint hides history, but blood doesn't wash away completely. You were a child slave, became elite, died a traitor. Your life, a paradox. The Ottoman Empire will last another 100 years. Without you, without the Janissaries, and will be weaker. Your story is finished. Your village in Serbia no longer exists. Your name, Stefan, forgotten. Your name, Mehmet, erased. But you existed, and your pain is real.
Whose fate shall we live through next time? Vote in comments. Viking Berserker, Zaporozhian, Cossack, or Tunnel Rat.